We have talked a lot in recent weeks. We've had a number of calls and folks, kind of concerned about the holiday season, and I hope that we've addressed those concerns, that we've made space to talk about the very real and not cute dramedy version issue that is like being around family as somebody who is queer, or perhaps as somebody who's atheist or has these other pressures in their life. But I'd love to just kind of leave all of that aside and let what we've said be said, and talk just a little bit more about some Christmas escapism, some opportunities to just be excited, to have some time off of work during a year where we've all been doing so goddamn much. And some things that the two of y'all enjoy this time of year, just opportunities to kind of maybe turn off your brain, maybe have a little bit of fun. I mean, what's been making y'all happy this month? V, why don't you
start? Sure. So for the last 10-ish years, ever since I left my family's home back in Pennsylvania and left for college, I didn't really do the Christmas thing. That was something that my family did, and I always enjoyed it. There is a lot of really good tradition that was built up over those first 18 years. But the 10 years after that, it kind of got less and less important to me. And the last year, I just slept through it. Like, I was just like, I don't even want to have to deal with the day. Like, I'm just going to sleep all day, and that's going to be my Christmas. And that sounds really like kind of like bah humbug of me, and I guess that's true. But this year, I'm actually diving in head first. Like, you can tell. Like, this is my first Christmas tree in 10 years. And the rest of the house is decked out crazy. There's this little like sleeps till Christmas calendar that like you count backwards from. It's like a little Santa magnet that you move from day to day. It's really cute and over the top. And I'm enjoying it. I'm playing Christmas music. I don't know. This year feels different, and it feels like I deserve the ability to revel in this a little bit. And I'm also building some new traditions and finding ways to incorporate old ones that used to be triggering. I've talked about this with friends. My favorite Christmas album ever is the Michael W. Smith 1989 album Christmas. And we would put it on every year when I was a kid to decorate the tree. That's the songs we listened to, that album. And for many years especially after I deconverted, I was like, I can't listen to this. This is so like heavily religious. But it kind of made me feel sad that this was something that I couldn't appreciate anymore. And this year I pulled it out and I listened to it, and I still love it. And I can take that part of my brain, the skeptical part, the part that, isn't worshiping Emmanuel, and listen to Gloria and appreciate the orchestration and appreciate the way it makes me feel like I'm back home with my family. And I don't know, it's fun to be able to dive back into these things and be able to be in that middle space, be in that tension, and be okay there. So yeah, I'm just very excited for this year.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm a little bit proud for you to be able to kind of reclaim these things and to take back Christmas. I mean, you're winning the war on Christmas, V, and I'm excited for the fight. How about you, Hanna? What has been great? What has been exciting? What has been a way of maybe escaping this month as we get deeper into the holiday season?
Oh boy, I wish I was more prepared for this. The holidays are a hard time. I grew up in a secular family, and however, every family's got their problems. And this is my first Christmas away from them. So it's weird. I don't really know how to answer this. I'm kind of just experiencing it as it goes. This is literally my first Christmas without I don't want to get weird and like emotional, but this is going to be my first Christmas away from like very triggering stuff. So I'm just trying to stick to what makes me happy and surround myself with people who love me and people who are safe, and just unapologetically enjoying myself, whether I want to be in a festive mood or not. It comes and goes. It's interesting. Yeah, you guys caught me at a weird time. I'm gonna be totally honest there.
Well, Hanna, if I
Part
can
of the
just
journey.
be honest and speak from my heart for a minute, I'm so happy that I get to consider you part of this new family and this tradition that I'm building this year. And you and your partner have been a huge part in making me feel like I have a family to celebrate Christmas with this year. So, for what it's worth.
Don't do that. It's only my second time on the show. Are you gonna have your guests cry? No, my partner, we went out and we blew way too much money on Christmas decorations. And honestly, that's typically a very triggering for me, but just I'm like reassociating Christmas. I'm honestly speechless because I'm still figuring it out. It's very interesting. Yeah. Someone else.
No, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad that you're going through the journey. And yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted to kind of highlight maybe the silly things, the things to distract yourself or to just enjoy about this time of year. I mean, if you are not passionate about watching the same Christmas movies every year or making, the same special Christmas breakfast or whatever else, maybe you are somebody who enjoys the fact that the McRib is back at McDonald's. I mean, I know that that's such a silly thing to look forward to every year, but it brings me back to college. It clogs my arteries, and it just reminds me of that taste of freedom. I grew up in a household that had like very strict ideas around nutrition and around food. And being away from home over the holidays and having that opportunity was kind of a chance for me to like stretch and flex on my autonomy. And silly things like eggnog and dumb mixed bag queer movies on Hulu. I mean, there's so much here to just have fun with. I am this year, for really the first time, getting to spend Christmas with my partner's child, with my new son, with my new kiddo, and to kind of be taking on that role is really exciting. And trying to maybe pitch him on watching Gremlins or Die Hard or some of these like not Christmas movies is something I'm really looking forward to. So I hope that each of y'all, I hope that everybody watching has that healthy mix of meaning and purpose and the importance of the season with a bunch of goofy monster movies, a bunch of goofy action flicks and silly rom-coms, and just some of the escapism that I know we're all looking for this time of year.
That's what it's about. I mean, I don't know about the two of y'all. I mean, I know about V's background, but Christmas has always been secular for me. While it always hasn't been trauma-free, it has been Jesus-free. But I've always told myself Christmas is about family. It's about doing what makes you happy, what makes you have that warm sense of well-being, and having a hot cocoa if that's what that means, or an eggnog and brandy if you're me, and just or a McRib. Just do what makes you happy right now. We super need it. It's 2020. Do what makes you happy right now.
I love that.
And
I love that.
the Starbucks eggnog latte with a little bit of rum goes super great with your McRib. I'm all about mixing vices and making mistakes this time of year.
Wow. All right. Making notes.
Not a sponsor.
Hey, Starbucks, if you would like to sponsor us, I will make fun of your coffee forever, but also that would be awesome.
It's a coffee snob.
Yeah,
I do know this.
I am from Portland. It's inevitable. Can we get a crew cam shot up here? Because speaking of family, speaking of people who put in the work and those small things that just make life worth living, these guys, I'm telling you, thank you all for everything that you're doing and everything that you're putting in to make these next couple of weeks so fantastic. We have got some amazing stuff going on the next couple of weeks. Let me tell you, we've got pre-recorded stuff starting this Sunday with Talk Heathen, going all the way through the new year. So we are super, super excited to share with you some of these like really fun, different things we're going to be trying out this year, and making sure that you guys are not alone during the holidays, whether that's Christmas, whether that's New Year's. We're going to be here, and we're going to continue to give you the content that hopefully will keep you feeling warm and merry this season.
Yeah, and I want to highlight the importance of community this time of year. We've been talking a lot about family, about disconnection from family, and some of those different pieces. And I just want to stress that the ACA is the atheist community of Austin. We've got a great virtual movie night coming up on Monday. So if you are interested in that, if you are looking for an opportunity to feel connected to your community, I of course like to mention our Facebook fan group and the beautiful community that's being built there, as well as on Discord and all of these other parts of the ACA, and hope that you can feel connected during this, often challenging, but often very beautiful period in time. So outside of that, I think Hanna has some movies to watch after her stream a little bit later.